Hi y'all, I'm Chase, and this is my 2017 Road King with a Milwaukee-Eight 107, affectionately known as Alice. And today, let's just say it's our first long trip. It's still spring, but you know, about halfway through, or I don't know what you want to call it, not even halfway. We're out of April at least. But today I'm going up to visit family up north, and today's video is going to be about, you know, forgiveness. And that forgiveness is, I needed to forgive someone on my part. Because, I don't know, I kind of punished someone for something that it wasn't exactly their fault. In fact, it wasn't their fault at all. So I'll just say this is for my cousin. I guess we'll just go into it. My brother, when he was murdered, he had come home from leave on St. Patrick's Day from his second tour or deployment to Iraq. And he went out because it was St. Patrick's Day, and it ended up where he was shot to death. They caught the guy that did it, and he went to prison. But you know, my cousin, he was there. And I think it was, a lot of it, it was, I was angry and hurt. I don't know, I think I thought he could have done more. I know he didn't shoot my brother. He didn't kill him. But I always felt like, I don't know, at least back then, I felt like he could have done more. I realize now I was just, I don't know. I needed someone to, I don't know, put the blame on. And it wasn't really about putting the blame on someone even, I don't think. I think it was more, I kind of blamed myself because, you know, we had been, my brother and I, we'd had a big blowout fight right before that. And, no, not before, but before he went to Iraq. And things had gotten bad between us. But, you know, the next day after St. Patrick's Day, we were supposed to go somewhere, and probably we're going to hash things out. I mean, my sister had set up some stuff, so yeah, I thought, well, that's beautiful. But I thought, you know, I was just going to hash things out and patch things up, you know, because the whole time he was in Iraq, I'm worried he's going to get killed, and I'll never get to tell him, you know. I'll never get to patch things up with him, let's say. Well, turned out I wasn't ever going to get to patch things up with him. That night he goes out, right at almost 15 minutes till midnight. A guy who they'd had some kind of altercation or broken up a fight. I don't know what happened exactly. All I know is the guy came back. He was waiting around the corner. My brother came around the corner. The guy lifted a shotgun, one round of double-aught buck right to the gut, and dropped him. I don't know if anybody even remembers the story. I think it was national news. But, you know, they caught the guy. He's in jail. But my cousin had been with him that night. And the thing about my brother was, he would get in trouble if there wasn't somebody there to, I don't know, calm him down, hold him back. And whenever I went out with him, that was me. I was the designated driver always. You know, I was the one that was responsible. I was the one that would talk him down when he would get furious. For an example, my sister and her friend wanted to go out, so my brother and I went with them. I, of course, was the designated driver again. And some guy got a little too close to my married sister, and he started, you know, getting a little too, let's call it uppity. He thought he was going to mess with her. But my brother, he instantly gets ready to go over and he's going to smash this guy's face in. I had to grab him, calm him down, told him, I said, watch, you know, she can handle herself. My sister grew up with a bunch of boys, so it's not like she doesn't know how to throw a punch. She told him to get the hell away from her, and she made it clear that there was in no way anything would ever happen, and to get the hell away from her because she didn't want him near her. So he did leave her alone. And what my brother didn't know, and what most people don't know, is around the bars in that area, the cops will literally sit up the street and watch. So they are seconds away. It's the one time when the cops will actually be seconds away because they're looking to bust someone for being slightly over the legal limit of, you know, for a DUI or DWI or I don't know, whatever they call it in your state. Driving while intoxicated, driving under intoxication, whatever, you know. So when we walked out, I pointed out to him. Now, he'd had quite a few drinks at that point, and then he kind of understood what and why I acted the way I did. So, but that was my brother, you know. If somebody did something that he deemed distasteful, he had no problem getting in your face. And he just about got kicked out of the Army a couple of times because, you know, there was a guy talking crap about him raping babies and shit. I mean, it was like some kind of weirdo Vietnam throwback, you know, accusations that he was raping babies and murdering women. My brother had done none of that stuff. I mean, he was a truck driver in the Army, and he was also in, I think, warehouse, something, I can't remember. It was a 91 Alpha or 92 Alpha. I honestly, I can't remember all the numbers and letters, the designations. Maybe I'll look it up, but, you know, he wasn't out killing anybody, I don't think. So, it's just the way my brother was. And this guy, you know, ran his mouth, got in his face, and my brother, you know, got into a fight with him. And not just him, his buddy too. When he went to court, I was there, I had to take him. The judge, out of sheer, blind, stupid, dumb luck, the judge actually was a Vietnam vet. And when the judge heard what this guy had said to him, he chalked up the fight as a ballroom altercation that was, well, let's just say it was both sides were at fault, so there was no reason to, you know, penalize my brother by, you know, giving him a, you know, an assault charge that would probably get him kicked out of the military. The judge did say that, you know, my brother needed to start learning to control himself. So, like I said, the night that he was murdered, I don't know what happened, but something happened. But I did blame my cousin. And I didn't blame him, but I took some of that anguish and that depression out on him. And you know, I think deep down I knew it wasn't his fault. And you know, my cousin, we always joked around, well, you know, we're cousin brothers, you know. Because, I mean, that's about how we were, you know. We were close as brothers. He was, you know, my brother's best friend. We're still now, I mean, things are different now, but we're best friends, and that's the way it always was. You know, he got his shit together. At the time, he'd been, you know, drinking and fucking around, and now he's an ASC certified mechanic. He has a good job. He makes good money. He has a nice girlfriend. You know, he has kids. He is divorced, but I don't think it was through any fault of his own. In fact, I know it wasn't through any fault of his own. But I needed to forgive him. You know, everybody likes to say they think they're an asshole. Well, I am. I am an asshole. You know, it takes me a long time to let things go. I mean, granted, there's some things that are unforgivable, but what my cousin did, he didn't pull the trigger. It wasn't his fault. At the time, I was going through a lot of stuff. I'd been in a motorcycle accident, and I'd been hurt really bad. I mean, it put me down for a good 5-6 years. And even now, I'm still not 100%. But, you know, it took a while, and it was by sheer accident. I stopped to get tires on my car, and he was actually working at the place that I stopped to get my tires on my car. I mean, he was the mechanic there. There were other guys that did the tire machines, but we got to talking, and then we kind of hung out. And I don't know if it was forgiving him or forgiving myself, or just, you know, I missed that connection with my brother. So, and damn if he's not the closest thing I have to a brother now. And I know that would hurt somebody's feelings to hear that, but, well, that someone needs to get their crap together. And I think he's trying, but I don't know. And I think the other thing was I needed to forgive myself, because it felt like it was my fault. And I put it on my cousin that he should have did what I would always do and be that hand on the collar, even though really it wasn't, he couldn't have done anything. Me and my brother turned a corner, the guy seen him, raised a shotgun 5-10 feet away, and then just unloaded a load of buckshot into his gut. There's nothing to do. I don't know who this is for. This isn't for, if you're watching this and you're a regular subscriber, if this is for you, it's not really, I don't know if it's for you guys or not. I needed to do this because it would, I don't know, I just, one day my cousin's gonna find my channel. And I hope he watches this video. And you know, that's the other thing, you know, men don't really have it to where, you know, they can express themselves. And this is like, I don't know. It's not even like I'm actually expressing myself to anyone except for you guys, because, well, anyone that's watching this. But it's important. Think about what you're fighting with someone about, and if it's really, you know, worth it. I mean, I love my cousin. I love you, bud. And I'm glad that I have a relationship with him again. I'm glad that I have, you know, I have some family back. But like I said, you know, sometimes an argument or a situation, it can screw up a relationship, and there was just no reason to screw the relationship up. It was something petty or something that they couldn't, well, he's going to run that, oh, thank God he didn't run that goop over. But you know, it's, like I was saying, it can destroy something that is more important than a trivial argument or something that it doesn't matter. And I think I can admit that I screwed up. So, sorry, bud. I guess that's all, guys. Just, I don't know who, like I said, this video is for my cousin, really, but maybe you guys can relate. Let me know down in the comments. Like and subscribe. Click that ding-ling to be notified of any new videos I come out with. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Bye, all.